Okay, so this is kind of like a test of you and mine, where we will first try to remind and recall those formulas, and then we will check whether our answer is correct or not. Yeah. Okay, so tell me the formula of this. Have you learned these formulas earlier?
No, sir, not fully.
Not fully. Just try. What's the formula of this? Okay, no problem. If you have not learned them yet, because already you are in class 11, so there is also not much to need.
Hmm.
So I'll give you a homework today
Okay, sir.
and learn them when you come and join the session. And one tip from my side that try to write them while learning, and that will make you better at remembering these formulas. And mathematics is all about using pen and paper and brain simultaneously. So these are the formulas written.
Okay.
You have to learn them all. So you can take snapshot,
Okay, sir.
and also you can refer NCRT, and you can also snapshot this.
Hmm.
So take it.
1 minute. Yes, sir.
Tell me when you're done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These there are more. Where were we earlier, right?
Yes.
Taken.
Yes, sir.
And keep one thing in mind when learning these formulas, that observe the pattern. There is kind of some logic behind these formulas. So observe the logic, and then you'll be able to better remember them.
Hmm.
Okay, so there was also a homework given yesterday that you had to observe some graphs. Here's the homework.
Hmm.
So I have also done the homework of students. Here it is. You can take the snapshot of it if you are not able to read. So this is the graph of y is equals to x. This is the graph of y is equals to minus of x. This is the graph of y is equals to x square, which is parabola. And if it's the parabola, it's the minus, then we are discussing about minus of negative x's. The whole of the parabola is lying in negative y. Here, what is there to observe is that on every point y is equals to x, on every point y is equals to minus of x. So wherever the straight line existed in positive of x, it came to negative of x, and wherever earlier the straight line existed in the negative of x side, now it has come to the opposite side. Basically, it has opposited as respect to the y-axis, as per y-axis. Talking about this parabola we have already discussed, this is x cube. So this is something interesting to observe, that when y is equals to, yes.
So one doubt that why the x-axis is marked down, like y is in the left if I see the graph means.
Of which graph are you talking about? This one or this one?
No, sir. Every time we used to write x-axis in the horizontal type. No, so y was right in the horizontal. So I'm asking that.
Okay. So it was not specific reason. There are two letters, like this is a horizontal axis and this is a vertical axis. There are two letters, x and y. And in the geometry, we have already like denoted them, x as a horizontal in a manner and y as in the vertical manner. It has just decided such, and we have been using and following the same understanding so that we do not miscalculate further, and that's why we use the same convention. It's like sign convention when you will study physics, as we have done in class 10th, that there is a particular sign convention that wherever the incident rays are going, that direction is considered as positive. That's just an understanding. Someone made the rules, and all of the mathematicians are following it just for the sake of uh, studying it further and do not interrupting it going back without any significant reason. That's why we have been denoting this an x and y. Is there any other reason are you aware of?
No, sir.
Okay. So about this cubic graph, there's something unique here, that y is equals to x cubed. So means for x is equals to 1, y is 1. Yeah, it is happening. Yes, it is happening. Observe that this scale and this scale is not equal. This is x is very much zoomed in, y is very zoomed out. So here, for a minute change in x, y is changing tremendously. है ना? So y is equals to x cube. So the x is having higher higher value, higher exponent, that is very much zoomed in. So the graph is something like this. Just observe the graph so that it helps us in tracing the curve while solving these kind of questions. Any doubts from the picture, from the slide?
No, sir.
Okay, moving ahead. Uh, yeah, example number 3. So we have to find the area bounded by the curve y is equals to sine of x. And before that, let me also explain one more thing, that whenever we have to find the area, like let us consider there is a parabola of this short, okay, and we have to find out the shaded region, area of shaded region. And if it is the same function, let us say, it is this function, x is equals to sine 1. So if it is this function, and if we are going to just, let's say this is a point minus, this is a point pi by 2, this is a point minus pi by 2. So if we are going to integrate it with respect to dy from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then definitely it's going to be 0, right? It's coming out as 0. Why? Because it is an odd function. But the thing is that we have to find the area of shaded region. Okay. So what is happening in current situation is this area is cancelling this area. Whereas whenever we are finding areas, so we have to just add them. So what we'll do, we'll break this function from minus pi by 2 to 0. है ना? And then further minus pi by 2 to 0. And then further we will add the area 0 to pi by 2, whatever the function is. So we have to just add them by taking after taking modulus. Like we have to just take the area and just we are adding two areas. This is my point. And we will not subtract them because area is area. It's not counteracting each other, right? Because area is a scalar quantity. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
That whenever such graphs will be there, so we'll break the function limits and we'll add these two. That is my whole point. Okay. So it's fun. So find the area bounded by the curve y is equals to sine of x is equals to 0. So let us first draw the graph of sine of x. So let us consider this is sine of x, and let's consider this is x. This is y basically. We have the function y is equals to sine of x. So for let's consider this x is in terms of radian angle. Let's take pi by 2 here, pi here, 3 pi by 2 here, and then 2 pi here. We are discussing about 0 to 2 pi. This is 0. So for sine of x, the curve goes like first. For sine of 30 degree, it becomes half, so somewhat like here. And then for it goes on and on and on. On pi by 2, it becomes 1. This is 1. Then thereafter, it starts decreasing. And on sine pi, it becomes 0. And same goes further also, same story. 3 pi by 2, 1, 2 pi, 0. So this is the curve of sine of x. Right? Are you able to understand it? How have I drawn this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we are discussing about the area bounded by these curves. Y is equals to sine x we have drawn. Let us draw, x is equals to 0. Say x is equals to 0 where? Where is x is equals to 0 all the time? Basically, it's going to be a straight line. Can you tell me what is x is equals to 0?
Hmm.
That is our y-axis.
Y-axis.
That is our y-axis only. Because
Ah.
on whole y-axis, this parameter is always 0. Okay. So this is our x is equals to 0. Now let's draw x is equals to 2 pi. So x is equals to 2 pi will be a straight line on 2 pi parallel to the x-axis. Color. Okay. So this is x is equals to 2 pi. Now, whatever area is bounded by these two lines, this curve will be our area which we have to find out. So find the area bounded by the curve y is equals to sine x. This is the curve. And between x is equals to 0, between x is equals to 2 pi. So this curve, so let's consider what area is bounded by these curves. This area plus this area. Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have to find out the area like this, these two areas. So as from the graph, we can definitely see that this area and this area is equal. So we'll just find out the area of this and we'll double it. Okay. The area of A will double it for our answer. So the function sin x, we are going to integrate it with dx from 0 to pi, right? And thereafter, we will double it for the answer. So integration of sin x is what? Cos of x negative limit pi to 0 into 2 into cos pi minus, taking minus as common, minus 2 cos of pi is what? Minus 1. Cos of 0 is 1. So there was a negative sign. Minus 2 into minus 2, it will become 4 square units is our answer. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Everything?
Yes.
Here also we can see they have used the same, but they have not doubled it. They have find out the area between this first and the area between this then thereafter. Okay, so let's now move ahead. Is this example very much clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The area of the region bounded by, okay, we have this straight line. This is also a straight line. This is some curve, the same as we have seen earlier of cubic curve. So we are going to draw the graph first. As earlier we were discussing about the graph of y is equals to x cube, where the graph was something like that, right? Like this, right?
Mm,
Let's
yes.
confirm. So this was the graph of y is equals to x cube. But here in this case, x and y are interchanged. So if we just interchange x and y here also, okay, we interchange y and x here also. How we can do so? We will just change horizontal and vertical axis. It will be interchanged. But our this has to be on the positive side, right? So let's water image it. Is there any option? Is there any option? Yes, there is. So this is our graph. अरे यार. Now this is our graph. Very big. Absurd. This is our graph for y is equals x. X is equals to y cube. Now, right? Are you able to understand that how we have drawn this graph? Simply, if
Yes, sir.
you understand and understand the earlier concepts, you'll be able to grasp and you yourself will be able to draw. And you don't want to be like you don't have to be professional in drawing all this graph. Just have to draw a rough sketch so that you can have an idea what is happening.
Mm.
Okay, now drawing the straight line y is equals to 1. So let me draw. This is positive x, this is positive y, and y is equals to minus 1 will be here, y is equals to plus 1 will be somewhat here. Okay, so let's draw y is equals to minus 5. And y is equals to 2. And x is equals to y cube, we have already drawn it. X is equals to 0 is basically y axis, right? X equals to is basically y axis. So the area now we are concerned with is this. We have to zoom this graph for this particular. Okay, let's zoom this graph. Actually, let me redraw it. Okay, somewhat like this. So now the area which we are concerned about right now is that we have to find the area. We have to find the area bounded this line, this curve, and this y-axis, which is this, and as well as the area bounded by this curve, this line, and the x and the y-axis. So these two areas we have to find out. Now we cannot double here because the area here is larger, here is smaller because of we have different y line, y is equals to -1, y is equals to 2. That's why. So now we have to find out these two area both. Right? Are you with me? Any confusion?
Sir.
Hmm. So here, as we have to find the area under the curve to y-axis. So now we have to take the curve in y, and we have in y, like we have to take the function y terms in the variables of y, which is y is y cube. So y cube integration from 0 to 2 plus integration of y cube minus 1 to 0. That is what we have to do. Then integration of y cube is basically y4 by 4 plus same goes for this. Limits are different, 2 0 0 1. So 0 minus 1. And we are adding the area, so there will be no subtraction. So now y raised to power 4, 2 raised to power 4 by 4. Subtracting y is when we will substitute y is equals to 0 here. So the term will become 0, so minus 0 plus. Talking about this, for y is equals to 0, this will be 0. Then modulus uh, minus of y1. So when we'll substitute -1, then -1 raised to power 4 will become positive 1 upon 4. So this has become 2 raised to power 4 by 4. Basically 4, this has become 16 by 4. So 4 4 is 16. 4 plus 1 by 4 should be our answer. 4 4 is 16, 17 by 4. A should be the answer. Let's check. Yes, A is the answer. Look how beautiful the graph is here. So we had to find out this, and they have used the same method. So is this question clear to you?
Yes, sir.
You need not to be proficient in drawing graphs. Just you have to have the idea that the graph of cube is something like this, and the graph of the graph of square, and the graph of polynomial having degree 2 should be like this. The graph of polynomial having degree 1 should be like this. That's all. No proficient drawing of graph is required. Let's move ahead then. Example number 5. Find the area of the region bounded by. This is a curve. So this is a parabola. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. Straight away. First of all, understanding the graph, y minus 2 is equals to x square. So this is somewhat of this pattern. Sorry, this is somewhat of this pattern. 4ay is equals to x square. So for any value, I'm misrepresenting it. Y is equals to 4ax squared. So for any value of x, y is always positive. So if y is always positive, yeah, if y is always positive here, so y is going, the parabola is going to face this positive y. So parabola would be upward. Now comparing on these two, comparing equation 1 and 2, y capital Y is equals to this, so y plus 2 is equals to y, and simply equation. So simply x is equals to x. So the parabola would be plus 2. Like if the parabola simply is this, if this, the parabola is this for this equation, this one equation, and if we are saying it is added, it is shifted positively or by 2 units on the y-axis, so it would be situated somewhat here. Are you able to understand this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and please, if you have any doubt, please ask. Okay.
Sure, sir.
So there's a straight line y is equals to x. We have all discussed that it will pass through the origin. It will be somewhat of this nature. And x is equals to 0, which is basically our y-axis. So this is also a straight line which we are going to discuss. Okay, this x is equals to 0. There is x is equals to 3 also. So this will be situated somewhat here. Now, in this situation, we have to discuss whether these two lines are intersecting this or not. So what we'll simply do is we are going to discuss the intersection point of these all, so that we'll be able to better understand whether we have to intersect these lines or not with the curve. So y is equals to x squared plus 2. First of all, y is equals to x. So x is equals to x squared plus 2. And solving for this, x squared minus x plus 2, x using Sridharacharya formula, minus b is minus 1 here, so minus plus minus b square 1 minus 4ac, so 4 into 2 8, so this will come out as negative root, so means there are no values of x for which y is equals to x on this curve. So this curve will not be intersecting this y is equals to x line, so that is we have drawn correctly. Now checking for this was for y is equals to x. Now checking for x is equals to 0. For x is equals to 0, y is 2. So yeah, this point will be x is equals to 0, and this red straight line which we have drawn in this manner is intersecting this point, of course it is. For checking now for x is equals to 3, x is equals to 3, y becomes 9 plus 2, 11. So yeah, it is also touching this point on x is equals to 3, y is equals to 11. So these two straight lines are also touching it. Now we have to find out the area bounded by these curves. Okay. So now we have to understand that this is the curve, this is a straight line, this is a straight line, this is a straight line. So which region we have to find out? Come on, speak. कौन सा रीजन है? Is this the one
Mm,
which is bounded? Yeah.
yes.
So now in this curve is also bounded by y axis equals to 0, that is this axis, and this is the curve which is this, and this is the straight line which is this. There is y is equals to x also, which is this. This is y is equals to x. This is x is equals to 3. This is x is equals to 0. This curve is y is equals to x squared plus 2. Now the question arises that how do we find out this? Now, from our understanding, let's find out its coordinates. This is 0, 0. This is 0, 2. This is 3, 11. Now, finding out this straight line is y is equals to x. This is x is equals to 3. So, this must be x is equals to 3. And if y is equals to x here, so this should be also 3, 3. Right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So, I guess we have drawn little awkward graph because 0, 2 is above than 3, 3. So let's bring the parabola a little downwards. Now it would be better. Now it is more. It's fine. So this is the area now what we have to find out. So one thing which we can do is simply, if this area we have to find out, so we will find out the whole area under the curve, under the curve from here to here. And after doing so, what we will do, we will just, after calculating this, we will subtract this area of triangle, this green area. Then we'll be having our blue area, which is required. Should I explain? Let me explain. What we are doing here is that we have to find out the area of blue. And for that, we'll first find out the area of shaded region, shaded with orange, this. And after finding this, we'll subtract it by the area of triangle. It's green triangle. Its area would be half into base into height. Base is what? This is 3. X is equals to 3. Y is 0. So this distance is also 3. So base is 3. Height is also 3, as you can see from here. So this will be 9 by 2. So we have to find out the area of shaded region. So this is the curve. We have the equation of curve. Let's find out the equation of curve in terms of x. It is already there. So x square plus 2, x square plus 2. यार क्या हो रहा है? X. This is, so what we'll do, area of shaded region. For area of shaded region, what we'll integrate this curve's equation, this curve's function in terms of x from where? From 0 to 3. And after that, we'll subtract the area of the triangle, which is 9 by 2. Are you able to understand this basic thing?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, so now the integration is very easy. 0 to 3 x square plus 2 into dx. Okay, minus 9 by 2. Integration of x square is 3 x square x cubed by 3 plus 2x minus 9 by 2. There's a limit. 3 to 0. For 0, it will become simply 0. For 3, it will become 27. 3 cube by 3 will become 3 square, which is 9. Plus 2 into 3 minus 9 by 2. 9's half, when 9 will get subtracted by 9's half will be remaining plus 6. So on taking LCM, 6 to the 12, where it will come out as 12 plus 9, which is 21 by 2. Let's match options. Yes, it is there. 21 by 2 should be our correct answer. Yes, it is. How simply they have written. Okay. So yeah, we draw the graph correctly because of our understanding of parabola. So it is required. Is this question clear?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, so we just have to break down it into parts. Before moving ahead, uh, Do you have anything to ask or anything to ask about your preparation? Just to take a little break from the integration.
Uh, like during exam times means in the school exam times, how can we manage the NDA portions as well as the school portions?
Yes, that's a good question. So, like boards is very important. And if you have any ambitious target for scoring high in boards, then go ahead. And if you just want to pass it, then it will be convenient for you to pass the NDA exam. Uh, Mostly problem comes when you have to in the GK, like for maths, it is for 12th it is very easy because you are already studying class 12th NCRT and you almost doing the CBSE syllabus or whatever school you go. You must be studying about class 12. So all the chapters about class 12th will be clear. When it comes to the maths of class 11th, you just have to learn the concepts and you do not have to solve the 11th class exercise in the same manner as you will do for the class 12th, because for class 12th you are going to write a written exam, a written paper. So you have to know that how to write given and how to write this or how to make this notations, what is the meaning of this, that, how to hence prove. Okay, so
Mm.
you will have to do it for class 12. For class 11th, you will just go and learn the syllabus as we will be covering here. After learning the syllabus, just go through PYQs. Okay, just go through PYQs. That will be more than enough. PYQs of around 9 years would be good enough. And for class 12 also, PYQ is a must. Just do it for 6, 7 years if you have less time. Okay, if you have time, then go for full 10 years. Or if more time, then you can give more time. And when it comes to examination, when NDA exam is near, so it's very much evident that you have to give mock tests. You need not to read. Do one thing that before boards, try to complete your NDA syllabus completely. Just you have to be very free while studying for boards and boards examination. And whenever the NDA paper is there, a month before, start giving mock tests, which is very important. Don't. I am not saying you to give mock test daily. Give them in a give a mock test in 3 days. One day is just dedicate your 2 3 hours to give the mock test. The second day, check it. After checking it, look at what questions you were wasting time in and what questions were you not able to solve. So write your area of shortcomings. So just analyze. First, like D1, give mock. D2, simply analyze. Analyze everything about the paper. D3, work on shortcomings and repeat this cycle. Oh. And like for class 12 mathematics, it would be very easy for you to manage because 12th you will be only also studying for your boards. For class 11, please focus on PYQs and while making notes of class 11th, sub chapters, make short notes in a manner that you will cover the whole chapter in 3 4 pages and keep on revising short notes, keep on revising these concepts. Okay, that's it. And for others for GK, do not cover whole syllabus. There are subjects like history, geography, current affairs, economics, and bunch of subjects are there. There's also science. So if you are from science background, So, and the science is already based on 9th, 10th. So simply rely on science, make your English very strong. English is very scoring part. Vocabulary is very scoring part. Focus on that. And plus these in these subjects, if you want to score more and if your mathematics score is not that good enough, do you want to increase the score furthermore because it is required for girls. So you just pick up one or two subjects. Current affairs is one thing that you can have because current affairs is comparatively easy and it will be also fruitful for you to learn for the SSB. So current affair is that you must choose and one pick one subject more if you have the capacity because boards are also important. If you do not have the capacity, you can make your choice. But it is like that key science is must, English is must, and English you should improve it to your like English is very easy to score, very easy. You just have to work dedicatedly, and for vocabulary you have to apply and put in persistent efforts. Daily write 10 to 15 words and learn them, remember them, and also try to cover PYQs. I'll send a link in the our maths classroom group. From there, you can like literally learn the previous year questions words. I have a channel on that, so it's free. It's free, so you can just open that and read those words. It's just about grammar, and you can score really high in grammar, English, and science and mathematics. Mathematics is very easy to score. I feel so because if you'll practice enough, you'll be able to score around 50 plus. And for girls, the you must score about 430 plus to get merited because there is no use if you will get recommended merit out. That's something like very sad, and it happens
Hmm.
to the girls because there are less seats. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, back to integration. Find the area of the portion of the circle. There's a circle given x square y square. Now the second degree is on both variables. That shows this is a closed figure. X square plus y square is equal to 64. So what we have discussed earlier, the equation of circle is this. Comparing this, the radius r square is 64, radius of the circle is 8. And it is passing its center is like x minus 0 whole square. So h and k are 0, right? So the center of the circle is on the origin. Is on the origin. So this distance is 8. This is also 8. This is also 8. This is also 8. So now it is given that 8 0 0 8. So now it is given that there is also a parabola y square is equals to 12x. Y square is equals to 12x. And there is no constant here, so it is passing through the origin. We can also check for x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0. That's why it is passing through the origin. For all values of for all values of y, x is always positive. So the parabola is going to face this positive x side. So drawing the parabola, this is the parabola, which is y square is equals to 12x. And let's find out the intersecting points of y square, this parabola and the circle, so that we will be able to find out these 2 points, which will be in a straight line. So y square is equals to 12x square plus y square is equals to 64. Y square is equals to 12x, so simply write so square is equals to plus 12x minus 64. I know you must know about quadratic equation and its root, right? So try to find out its root before me. Are you trying?
So,
Okay, let's go with another method. I was saying to I was asking you to find out the roots of this quadratic equation.
Yeah,
This
sir.
one. Okay. So x is equals to 4. So if x is equals to 4, y will be what? 12 into 4 something. Oh, here also x. X can be minus of 16. No, but it's not the case. It cannot be negative. I'm thinking that you have done some mistake. Y, y square is equals to 12x. So x is always going to be positive. The figure should be like this only. And the parabola will be intersecting this x square plus y square, this circle, on 2 points only, as per our figure. Okay, so as we have this point 4, so this should be minus 4. Let's check in the solution. Is there any? Yes, it is so. It is so. It is so. It is so. So on x is equals to this line is passing through. So this, sorry, we don't know what there is some y axis. There should be some y coordinate. So what we know now is this straight line. This straight line can be represented by x is equals to 4. This is positive x. Okay. Is this clear?
Yeah, sir.
We have find out two values of x. X cannot be minus of 16 as per a figure, but x can be 4. So we have taken that value. Now is that we have drawn a straight line here. Now what we had to earlier find out the area which was bounded, which is exterior to the parabola. So this is a parabola. We have to find out the area which is exterior to the parabola. So most probably we have to find out the area of stuck. So we have to find out the area which is exterior to the parabola. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. So the area exterior to the parabola is this, this, and this, and this. Okay. So we have to just exclude this area, which is here. So now how we can do that is that simply, first we'll find the area. First, let's discuss about this portion here only. So we'll find out the area of this parabola from 0 to, this is what, 4, 0. So we'll find out this area. Thereafter, this is the area under the parabola. Thereafter, the area under the circle on x-axis. Let me write and shade this with this something different color. So the area under circle from 4 to 8. So simply we'll find these two area and then we'll double it so that we'll find out this whole area. And after finding this area, we will subtract it from the area of circle so that we'll have the remaining area. Understood? Let me rewrite. The unshaded region, area of unshaded region, we'll find out it by doubling this area. The green plus blue. Are the things clear till now? That how we are finding the area of unshaded region?
Yes.
Means not yellow region. Unshaded, not unyellowish, or I should write white region. Yeah. So after finding the area of white, what we'll do, we'll take the area of circle, subtract it from the area of white, and that will then we will have the yellow area. Clear?
Yes.
So let's first find the area of white region. So 2 into area of green. For area of green, the curve is parabola 12x. So the curve will become y is equals to square root of 12x. Now this function is in terms of x. So square root of 12 into square root of x dx, limit from 0 to 4, plus the function of circle in terms of x would be y square minus equals to 64. Where is that? Yeah. Y square is equals to 64 minus x square, and y will become 64 minus x square, 64 minus x square root. So the same here, and the limit is from 4 to 8. The limit is from 4 to 8. Geometry is always fun and very logical to solve. But only provided that when we are drawing right figures, otherwise we can just 64 minus x square. So yeah, integrate. Integration of 64 minus x square root from 4 to 8 dx. Right. So solving it further, 2 into square root of 12 is square root of x dx, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, limit exists from 0 to 4, plus integration of this is what? 8 square minus x square, integration of a square minus x square into dx. Do you remember the formula?
No, so.
So it is simply, first of all, x by 2 into, let me write in the next space. Let me y write. Let's use our earlier method. X by 2 into the same term which is there, plus this is what we were discussing about, x by 2 is the same term which is there, plus a square by 2 the sine inverse of x by a. A is what? 8 and x is x. So just replace A by 8 here and we'll be getting our formula. Hmm. Wait. My laptop keeps playing. So x by 2 into 64 minus x square and plus a square by 2. A square is by 2a. A square by 2 only. Sine inverse of x by a. X is x and a is 8. And there is a limit from 8 to 4. Now let's first discuss the first discuss this only because this will make our calculation very long. So putting 8 here, the 8 by 2 will become 4 and this will simply become 0 for 8. And 64 minus 64, 0 into 0. Okay. So this has become this has become 0 plus 64 by 2, that is 32. Sine inverse of 8 by 8, sine inverse of 1, that is basically pi by 2 minus 4 by 2, that is 2. 64 minus 60. Okay, 64 minus 16 is 848. Square root of 48 plus 32. The sine inverse of 4 by 8, that is 1 by 2, that is 30 degree. That is pi by 6. Yes, I'm right. So this will become 16 pi minus 2 into square root of 48 is 48 can be written as 4 into 12. Okay, 4 into 12 and 48 can be 4 into 4 into 3 basically. No, 64 into 4 into, no, 4 into 4 into 3. So 4 root 3 can be written as 4 root 3 into 2. So 8 root 3 minus, this will become 13, 16 pi by 3. Now after subtracting this, it will become 16 pi by 3 into 2, right? Minus 8 root 3. So this is only the value of this much. Now let's find out. Taking a lot time in calculation. Hmm. Let's discuss this now. So 40 it will become 0 simply. Square root of 12 into 2 by 3. 4 is to what? 3 by 2, which is 4 into square root of 4 simply. Um, this will become square root of 4 will become 2 and then 2 into 4, 8. 4 into, sorry, 8 into 2 become 16 by 3 square root of 12 plus what we had this plus 16 pi by 3. Let me erase. 8 root 3. So this was it. We have solved the bracket and let's multiply it by 2. Now further, we have solved the area of white and the area, this is pi r square. R is 8, so area of circle is this. So we will subtract that. We will subtract the area of circle from area of white. Sorry, we will subtract area of white from area of circle. So, कहाँ गया? What was 64 pi minus whole of this term? So let's bring it. Let's bring it to the next page. Solving it further, 64 pi minus 16 by 3 square root of 12 plus 16 pi by 3 into 2. So into 2 will make it 32 pi by 3 minus 8 root 3. Let's solve it further. 32 pi by 3. So pi common. 64 minus 64 plus 32 by 3 minus of this can be written as 4 into 3. So 2 root 3. So this has become 32 root 3 by 3 minus 8 root 3. This will come out as solving further pi into something, something, something. Let's move on to the solution directly. So yes, we solved the question correctly that we had to find out the area which is exterior, which was exterior to this parabola. Okay, and the line which we had taken as an intersection point was also correct. So here also what is the required area will you find out by first of all subtracting the area of circle from this region, that is 2 root 3 root x, that is basically the area under the parabola plus the area under the circle from 4 to 8. From 4 to 8. Then they have gone ahead and solved this this very tedious calculation. So I guess let's check what we were doing it correctly or not. I guess it's matches. We were doing it correctly. 32 pi by 3 and 64 and this and that. Anyways, if it's your homework, you will have to solve this and check whether the answer is correct or not. Or should I do it?
No, I'll check.
Should... Hmm? Yes, please repeat.
No, I'll check, sir.
Okay, so the time is up for the class today. Any doubts? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, then I'll share the link of the channel where the previous year words are there and you can learn from there at no cost.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.